Good morning, everyone. It's Rose Coleman coming to you live from my craft room here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Got my coffee in my Create mug, and I'm super excited, you guys. It's Friday. You guys know what that means. It's Fun Fold Friday. So every Friday, I love to join you with a different fold. It's always nice to see different ways to make cards other than just your standard cardstock cut in half and scored in half, right? So today I have a card. It's called the Gift Bag Pop-Up Card. And this is super cute. You may have seen this. I don't even know who the original creator is, but I'm giving credit to Rachel Tessman, the amazing Rachel Tessman from the US. She is the lady that I learned this one from, so I'm giving my credit to her. But there are several different tutorials online. So I'm going to tackle this one today using some products that are retiring. You're definitely going to want to get your hands on these products before they're gone, because these are keepers for sure. You want to have these in your collection. The holiday catalog that goes, that is retiring on January 3rd is the last day to get things from this catalog. Now, things are only while supplies last, you guys, so don't hold off. If you want to grab your stuff from this catalog, you want to definitely grab it very, very soon. Hi, everybody that's popping on. Thank you for joining me. Yesterday, I went through this catalog. In case you missed it, I went through it page per page, and I marked things in red that were retiring. The things with green stars are returning next year, but not until the holiday catalog. And the stuff that's green, just green, I colored them green so that you know that you can, they're carrying over, so you can get them in January if you wanted to. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Jen with your coffee. Thank you for joining me. It's so good to have you with me. It's Friday. We've got some sunshine here. It's a wonderful day to get started. What better way to start your day than to make a card, right? To do something crafty. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to flip the camera and share with you my fun gift card pop-up card. All right, here we go. Okay, I'm just going to turn you down here. Just bear with me. And just tilt my camera screen so you can see my work surface here a bit better. And let's see here. Sometimes the settings on my camera mount are a little bit wonky. We just got to get straightened up here. Hi, Kathy Jean. Thank you for joining me. Good to have you with me. Okay, so I've got my paper trimmer here. As you can see, here is this is my name. If you're just joining me, welcome to my Facebook Live. It's so wonderful to have you with me. All right, so I am going to bring in Real Red cardstock. Hello, Lorraine. Thank you for joining me for Fun Fold Friday. All right, moving my coffee off to the side, and we are going to get started here. Okay, whoops. Okay, rotate your phone. Whoop. All right, hopefully I'm straight. Hopefully I did not do anything to make myself sideways. Let me know, guys, if I did something to make myself sideways. I love fun folds too, Lorraine. They are so amazing. Just a different take on card making altogether. And there's so many different fun folds. That's why I'm featuring one every single Friday. All looks good? Okay, thank you, Lorraine. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're going to start off. We are going to play with some products that are leaving. Let me share with you what I'm going to pull in today. I am going to be playing with a little chilly in northern Alberta. Yeah, I know. We've got snow. We got some more snow here overnight. -17. Oh, ouch, that's cold. That is very, very cold, Kathy. Take it easy and stay warm today. Good day to stay in and make cards, right? Okay, so I want to share with you something that is leaving. And this is a returning product from last year. So you can see I have lots and lots of pieces. I've been playing with this paper for 2 years now. So I love that they brought it back so I could make some more stuff with it this year. It's called the Heartwarming Hugs Designer Series paper. And you can see some of the featured designs here. Double-sided as always. We've got our greens. We've got Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Pear Pizzazz, Real Red, all your real classic Christmas colors. This paper is retiring for sure this year. So they did let us have it for 2 years in a row, and now it's going to be gone. So you want to grab that. It's beautiful paper. It's a wonderful one to have in your collection. So we're going to be playing with that. That's something that's retiring. The other thing, you guys, that I'm going to be bringing in is, yes, the absolutely stunning Whimsical Christmas trees. Oh, I love, love, love this. Now, I did find out from a fellow demonstrator on my team yesterday, I was so sad, the paper has sold out. So, and the ribbon is also sold out. But you can still get the stamps and the dies, I'm pretty sure. If someone can correct me, but I'm pretty sure these are still available. But you definitely need these in your life, you guys. They're so amazing. I have done so much with these this year. They're kind of a mess here in my case. I got to get my magnetic sheet to hold these. But you get all of these die cuts here to cut out all these beautiful trees. You get the detail to do the garland. And there's more underneath here. I know, it's kind of a mess. Yeah, you get all of these dies, and I'm going to play with those again today, but because the paper has been sold out, I'm bringing in the Heartwarming Hugs paper, because we can still use that amazing Whimsical trees stamps and dies on using other designer series paper. So even the stuff that's coming next year, you're still going to be able to use those trees and make some beautiful projects. So I've got real red cardstock. This is going to be my card base, and I'm going to cut it at 5.5 inches by 9. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to trim it down at 9 inches. So because it has to be 9, I have to trim it a bit shorter on the long side. So 9 inches. I'll just put that piece off to the side. I'll use it on another card. 9 by 5.5. Okay, so there's my card base, 9 by 5.5, and I'm going to score it now at 3 3.25. So 3 1/4. And the other measurement is 7.5. 3.25 by 7.5. All right, so this is what I have. I have a card that's going to open and close like this, okay? So there is my card base. I also have some other pieces that I need. So I need some white cardstock. Let's grab some white. I have one piece that I'm missing in my stash here. Let me just grab some white and I'll share with you those white measurements. So I need a piece that measures 1.5 inches by 5.25. So I like to use this side of my trimmer as much as possible so that I have somewhere over here to hold my hand. And let's see if that works. I'm just going to line this up, the edge of my trimmer. So 1.5 by 5.25 is my white piece. I just didn't have this one trimmed. I have my other ones are trimmed, but I just needed another one of those. Okay, so I also have a piece of Pear Pizzazz cardstock that measures 5 inches by 3. And I have another layering piece that's going to go on top of there that measures 4 3/4 by 2 3/4. You can see how they mat together. And so those are my white and my Pear Pizzazz. I also have some DSP from the Heartwarming Hugs. So I have all the same pattern, but I've cut them at 3 different sizes here. So I've got this piece here measures 3 inches wide by 5.25 inches tall. And I've got the same pattern that measures 1.25 by 5.25, but I'm going to flip it and feature the stripes. And I have the same pattern in 1/2 inch. So these are my 3 pieces of designer series paper that I'm going to be using on my card today from the Heartwarming Hugs. And I've gone ahead with my Whimsical trees, and I've cut out some beautiful die cuts. I'll share those with you in a second. Okay, what else do you need for this card? Copy paper. So computer paper, photocopy paper, you know, just the stuff we keep by our printer, right? You want a nice thin paper for this project. So this is to do the little gift card on the inside of our card. So we are going to use a piece of copy paper, and the measurements for this is 4 by 10.5. So I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to cut 4 inches, my copy paper. I'm going to turn it and I'm going to cut it at 10.5 inches. So just a half an inch off. And this is going to be the little envelope that's going to hold my gift card on the center. It's going to be the envelope that pops up when I open the card. All right, so let's move our trimmer off to the side. I'm going to bring in my Simply scoreboard now. A couple of reasons. I love this one because you can see all of the increments. I also love that it's a little bit more gentle, or maybe it's just me, but when I'm scoring with the score blade on my trimmer, if I press too hard, I can cut through. So you want to be very, very gentle if you're using your trimmer. So I want to make sure I'm doing a gentle score because I don't want to puncture or press through too hard on my copy paper because it's very, very thin, right? Okay, so I've got this on here. Now on this side, we're going to score a bunch of times. We're going to score it at half an inch first. So I'm going to just hold my paper here. I'm just going to gently score at half an inch, 1 inch, right here, 5 inches, 5.5 inches, 6 inches. I'll make sure I'm in the right track, 6 inches, and then again at 10 inches, okay? So I've got, I'll repeat those in case you're writing them down, but I will post this over on my blog. This came from, as I mentioned, Rachel Tessman, but I do give her credit for this, but I will post this on my blog, and you can go ahead over there and write them and get them from there without having to write them down. So we did a half inch, 1 inch, 5 inch, 5.5, 6 inches, and then 10 inches. I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to score it at half an inch, the whole length down, right here. 1/2 inch. Now I could have turned it and did it on the other side, but like this, I could have, because it's 4 inches, so I could just do it this way. Let's do that. Let's do the easy way so I can hold on. So 3.5 inches. So I want a half inch line on this side, and I want a 1 inch line here at the top. So I'm going to score at 3 inches. Okay, so hopefully you can see that in the light there. So we got this 1 inch strip at the top and then half inch at the bottom. Okay, so we're done with the scoreboard. Let's move that out of the way. And I'm just going to bring in my bone folder. I'm going to reinforce this part. So I'm going to make the little gift bag here for the inside of the card. So we're just going to score all of our lines to make this fold up nice and crisp, top and bottom. And we've got our little center pleats here. So one there and one there. We'll just get all of this done, and then I'm going to show you the parts that you trim off. There are some parts of this little bag that you can trim off. Now, the reason I'm using copy paper is because I want it to be nice and thin, because it's going to sit on the inside of the card, so you don't want it to be too thick. Otherwise, it would just make your card bulky, and the pop-up mechanism probably wouldn't work as smooth. So you can use copy paper like I'm doing. You could use, the beautiful Eden's Garden cotton paper would also work really well with this one. I'm just using regular photocopy paper here today. Okay, so I've got that done. So I've reinforced all my score lines, and we're going to trim off. I'm going to use my marker, and I'm going to show you what parts you trim off. So I'm just going to use my black Sharpie marker. So here's where you trim. We're going to trim off all of the rectangles and squares on the edges. So here, 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 and here. Okay, so we're just going to, you can use your snips, paper snips, and you can trim those off. So then what you're going to end up with is a piece that looks, I'm just going to bring this one in and show you, like this. So this is how it'll look when you're cutting and scoring. When you cut all of these squares off, it'll look now like so. Okay, so we've got that. Now I'm going to bring in, I'm going to flip it over. These are the tops of this is the top of my envelope, okay? So we're going to just leave it like this. And I'm going to put we're going to finish making this envelope. First thing, I'm just trying to think, what is it the first thing that I have to do here? Okay, we're going to use some tear tape. So we're going to put handles on this little gift bag. So we're going to fold these flaps back just for the time being. I'm going to bring in my my Stampin' Pierce mat. This one right here, because we're going to do some piercing. So I'm going to take this, and the first thing I need to do is we're going to add we're going to fold it in half, and we're going to pierce our little holes for our handles, okay? So what we're going to do is take this, we're going to fold it over in half, and when you poke your holes for your handles, you don't want to poke them, I'm holding this up so you can see, you don't want to poke them in this part here, because that's the mechanism, the little pleat. You don't want to poke your holes through there, okay? So these are all going to go together like so. Just want to show you this. So we're going to poke through, fold these in. Sorry, these flaps are going to fold in. So you fold your flaps in, just going to reinforce everything, and we're going to just close it up. I don't have any tear tape on here yet. I'm just showing how this is going to look. And then we're going to bring in our take your pick tool, and I'm going to poke my holes for my handles, okay? Because there's going to be handles on this little gift bag. So there we have it. So I'm going to lay this down on my Stampin' Pierce mat. I'm going to bring in a ruler because sometimes it's just easier to do things with a ruler. So I'm going to come down about 1/4 of an inch, maybe 1/8 of an inch from the top. And I'm also going to poke hole. That's like how far down I'm going to go. But then I'm going to poke holes at the 1.5 inch mark. So if I put my ruler here, this is 4 inches, exactly 4 inches, okay? So I'm going to take my take your pick tool, and I'm taking the sharp side, the little pointy side. I'm going to poke a hole at 1.5 inches on my ruler here, right there, and at 2.5 inches. You guys see that on my camera? So 1.5 and 2.5, okay? And then you can just flip it over, and I'm going to take my take your pick tool, and I'm just going to go in this side and just reinforce it a little bit too. There we go. So that's going to be where the handles go. So let's open this up now, and we're going to put our handles in here. So we're going to, let's see. Well, you know what? I wasn't supposed to put them through that flap, but that's okay. That's okay. I'll show you what I'm going to do. We can fix it. You won't see those holes at the top. So I have, from the annual catalog, I've brought in 2 pieces of our Simply Elegant trim, and I got the catalog here. It's here on page 140. You get both silver and gold. I love this trim, and it's not just for Christmas. You can use this any time of year. I've got 2 pieces here that measure 4 inches, and you want your handles to be the same size, right? So I'm going to go ahead and pop these in to the holes from the front, like so. Whoops. We're going to do one at a time here. So I've got my handle, and from the front, so let's do this. We're just going to put these in like this, and I'm going to pull them up so that they are the same length. And let me share with you how we're going to do that. So we're going to take some tear tape. I love my tear tape. I'm just going to put a little bit of tear tape right here at the bottom of these holes. And let's do it on the other side too. Just might as well do both at the same time. And then we're going to burnish it with my take your pick tool. And then I'm just going to peel off that wax covering. And I'm going to take my handles, I'm going to flip it around to the front of the gift bag, and I'm going to pull it up so that they're just touching, just so that they're the same size. So we're just going to pull these up, and they're just touching that tear tape. Okay, just like that. So let's do that on the other side too. We'll peel off this backing. We'll bring our other 4-inch piece of the, I keep wanting to call it twine, but it's called trim. Okay, so we're just going to come in here from the front. Super easy. And just poke it in here. All right, so now we're just going to take that twine and we're going to pull that down about the same. They don't have to be perfect, but they're pretty much the same. And then what I'm going to do is going to take another piece of tear tape. I'm going to go across the whole thing and tear it. Oh, I love tear tape. It is so convenient to be just tear it off, right? I love it. Okay, so we're just going to peel off these pieces here. And let's add another one over here. And that's going to serve two purposes. It's going to anchor those handles down even more. And it's also going to be my adhesive to when I fold down these sides. So you see how it didn't really matter about the holes, but really I shouldn't have poked it through both sides. I'll show you my other one that I made that I didn't do this. So remember, just put your flap up and poke your holes down here at the bottom. Okay, so there are our handles, and they're in the exact same spot, and they're about the same length, so I'm happy with that. Now the bottom down here, these two flaps, you have to put your tear tape down here. So let's grab our tear tape, and I'm just going to come across here the full length and tear that off. And the full length of this one, tear that off. And then we're going to put tear tape on this side right here, this one single flap. So you have your single flap, and then over here you have your pleated flap. So we're just going to put our tear tape on the inside of this flap here. And this is probably the hardest part of the project, but honestly, you could sit down and make a bunch of these little gift bags. They're so cute. And then you'd have them ready to make a bunch of these cards, right? So I'm showing you the slow way, but really once you get in the groove, you'll get in a groove and you can make a ton of these, and they're so cute. And it's not just for Christmas. You can make them for birthdays, any time of year. So I've peeled off the side piece, and now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this, and I'm literally just folding it in half, and I'm lining up the edges just like so. There we go. So now we have our gift bag like this. Oh, I did it wrong. All right, let's pull this apart. I did it wrong, you guys. Okay, so this glue is supposed to go on this side right here, but that's okay, I can fix it. All right, so it's supposed to go on the back side so that when I fold this together, let's do it this way. Let's put our glue. Oh no, there we go. Yeah, you fold it in half like this. We can fix it. There we go. No, I did it again. Are you guys laughing at me? Fold this piece in half. I just want my pleats to be the same way. All right, let's see if that tape is going to hold. Let's test the strength of this tear tape. So you can make your pleat. Maybe that's the easiest way to do it. Make your pleat, and then, yes, there we go. Phew, not enough coffee this morning. Okay, so here we have it. Now we can push those pleats in. You want the pleats to go in like a W on both sides. Whoa, yay. Okay, so there's our gift bag. You guys still with me? Yes, laughing with me, Jen. Thank you so much. Okay, so we've got our two pleats. I made that way more complicated than it needed to be. This is our little gift bag that's going to sit on the inside of the card. Okay, so let's bring back the card and let's put this together. Don't need my Pierce mat anymore. I've got the base of my card here. We're going to use magnets to close this together. And you can find magnets on Amazon. I actually found them here in Calgary at a local woodworking store called Lee Valley Tools. And these little magnets, you guys, are super strong. Oh my gosh. See that? I'm just holding this one and like it knows where to go. It flew on top of there. So you want to find you can get them on Amazon. Little tiny magnets. You want to be very, very careful with these. Please keep them away from animals, children, babies. You do not want anybody putting these in their mouths. But these are really super fun magnets. So I'm going to use two of them, but first I'm just going to grab one. I'm going to put it on the front of the card in the center here. And I'm going to attach it with some Scotch tape. Just good old Scotch tape. And you could put it down with a glue dot, but I find Scotch tape is better and it's not going to add any bulk to my card. So I'm gluing that magnet down right there. Whoops. And I'm just going to reinforce this score line a little bit. Okay, so for our designer series paper, now I'm going to put this piece on here and I'm going to cover up my magnet, okay? So we're not going to see that magnet. It's going to be my nice little closure for this gift bag pop-up card without adding any bulk or anything. So I'm going to add my glue and we're going to put this down on here and just hold it in place so that the glue adheres. And you could use tear tape for this as well. I'm just
I didn't get that.
Oops. Siri thinks I'm talking to her. Oh my gosh. Oh, Siri. No, we're talking to my friends at home on Facebook Live here. Not today. Okay, so the magnet is buried underneath this DSP. I just love this card. I love, love, love this card. Okay, so my other pieces of DSP, I have like a little 1/4 inch strip that's going to sit on the inside of my card here. And this piece here is going to sit on the front of this flap. So let's glue those down. Okay, I want the stripes to show, just to show a little bit of the alternating pattern. One piece of DSP, but you can feature both sides, right? Okay, so we put our little stripy piece right here on the edge. Don't throw away your scraps, right? Little tiny pieces, you know, they go a long way sometimes, right? To just decorate your card. Okay, so this one's going to go on the outside flap, and you know what? I think I want to put a piece in here too. So let me grab my DSP, and I'm going to cut another piece to go on the inside just to cover that up so nicely and have lots of color. So again, that one is 1.5 inches. Let me just double check. Oh, sorry, 1.25 inches. So let me trim that off. 1.25 by 5.25. All right, I'm just off to the side here on my paper trimmer, trimming another piece, 5.25. Okay, so that's gonna sit right here. So there, we've got that nice pop of color on the inside of the card. And we're gonna glue that down like so. There we go. Okay, so I've got another piece here that measures 1.5 inches right here. That's gonna sit on this side, and I'm gonna actually bring in my Pear Pizzazz ink and a sponge, and we're gonna add a little bit of green to the edges of this white cardstock just to make it pop a little bit more. How's everybody doing? Do you have big plans this weekend? Are you getting ready for Christmas shopping? Maybe you're making more Christmas cards. While I'm sponging, I'm going to go ahead and do this big piece as well. I might as well do it all at once, right? I've got lots and lots of stuff to do this weekend with my family. I'm excited. Getting ready for Christmas, wrapping presents, getting things ready to be sent off. So many things. Okay, so we are going to glue. Now, while you've got the glue flowing, flip over all your pieces. Okay, this piece here, we're going to put our glue on, and I might as well glue this piece down too, just to save time. And we're going to put this onto our Pear Pizzazz layer, like so. And then my other piece, my 1.5 inch strip is going to go on the inside of my card, just like that. Okay, so this is going to be on the front. So the card's going to close like this, okay? And so this piece here is going to sit just on this little flap. So I'm going to use my tear tape. Whoops, let me grab some tear tape. I'm going to put my tear tape just along with that one edge and tear that off. And even when you tear, if you're not exact, you can just pull off the wax covering, and then you can just like fold it back in, right? It's just so easy. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, okay, I did this wrong. I was so getting ahead of myself, but that's okay. We're going to cover this up another way. Let me show you what I'm doing here. I'm just going to put this on the strip. I'm making sure I have even space at the top and bottom, and I'm putting it on this flap. So you know that I put my magnet under here and it's buried, right? So when I close this, I want to take my second magnet, and I'm literally just going to toss it. See that? I'm taking this magnet and I'm tossing it onto my card, and it will find a spot. It will find where it needs to be. That's so cool about these magnets. So there's where my magnet needs to be. So what I should have done is stuck down the Pear Pizzazz piece, and then I would covered it up with the white. So we're going to fix it. We're just going to put a piece of Scotch tape there to hold the magnet in place. And I'm gonna have to fix this. I'm gonna have to hide this under my tree. So let's bring in our die cut trees, and then we'll do the pop-up part. Well, let's do the pop-up part first. Okay, so this is gonna open, and it's gonna close like that with the magnet. Isn't that cool? I love magnets. I need to use more magnets on my projects. Okay, so we're gonna open this up. The little gift bag that we made, this one right here, is gonna sit right here. So all I need to do now is to peel off that tear tape on one side. So let's just do one side at a time. So then I'm going to take this and I'm going to lay it down right on this crease, on one side of this crease here. So I'm just centering it. So I've got the same amount at the top and bottom. Press that down, and then I'll bring in my Take Your Pick tool and I'm going to just peel off this piece. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to close my card. Close the card. That's it. And then look at that. When you open the card, the little gift bag pops up. Isn't that cute? I just love it. Okay, so here's how it closes. It closes this way, and then this way, and then the magnet will take hold, and there we have it. Now we just have to decorate the front. Isn't this amazing? I want to make a ton of these. They are so cute. Okay, so I mentioned I'm using Whimsy Christmas and Heartwarming Hugs. So I went ahead and I cut some of those trees because honestly, you guys, these trees are gorgeous in no matter what paper you use. So do not cry that the paper is sold out. I'm pretty sure it's sold out. I'm pretty sure that that's what my friend told me yesterday, and I haven't had a chance to go on this morning. But I wanted to feature another paper that is selling, that is retiring, and it's still available as far as I know, but only while supplies last. So you want to grab some of this paper. It is classic Christmas colors. So I'm just bringing my liquid glue in here, and on this accent die, the garland, and I love it. It's so, like the stitching is just perfect, right? So we're just adding some dots of glue to the garland. Did you guys know my dad's name is Garland? Totally off topic, but yes, my dad's name is Garland. Isn't that awesome? He's a funny guy. He has a great sense of humor, and he always says that he's popular this time of year. That's my dad. Okay, so we're just gonna tap that down. We've got nice red garland on here. There we have it. Can you see the beautiful stitching? Oh, I love it. It looks great in foil. It looks great whatever you cut with it, right? So I'm just accenting it here with the Mossy Meadow and the Pear Pizzazz tree. Now, because my magnet is bulked up, I'm going to put this tree on dimensionals to account for the thickness of that magnet. So let me grab some dimensionals, and we're going to put this together. Okay, so let's flip our tree over. We'll put a magnet up here, or a dimensional up here, and then one here. Let's put two more down here just to make sure this tree stays nice and popped up. So that's going to sit right here. But first, I'm going to do some layering in the background. So I'm going to put this tree in the background, and I'm going to put it flat with my glue. So I'm going to put this tree down first, like so. Then I'm going to bring in the one that's on dimensionals, and I'm going to put that in the foreground. I have to bring it over a little bit so I cover up my magnet. Oh, I think that's going to work. Okay, so now we have another tree right here, and then I have a couple of little accent trees that are just going to pop in behind here, just like that. Now maybe I should do the red one on this side. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so just pulling in all the colors of that beautiful DSP, and we're just going to layer like that. Or I could do this, but I don't think it stands out. I think I need the red one. Okay, so I'm just going to take my fingernail and go around the edge of the tree, because I die cut the tree this way, right? So when you do that, sometimes you get that little lip. You guys know what I mean. I'm just going to fix that. Okay, so I'm just going to put that on a dimensional. And then these two little trees, I love these trees. They are so cute with their stitching. I'm going to put these flush with the back. I'm just going to add a little tiny bit of glue to the back side and then along the little tails. All right, so we're going to poke those in slide them in here. And let's see. So this one will be here. And we'll put this one down here. And then my Pear Pizzazz one. Oh, I just love all these trees together. Oh, they look so adorable. It's Christmas for sure. Oops. Okay, gentle. Gentle with the glue. So you get wiggle room with the glue, but you can't wiggle too forcefully. You have to be gentle. Okay, press that down. Oh my gosh, look at that. That is so stinking cute, you guys. I love it. All right, so we need a greeting, right, for the front. So I have some scrap paper, and I brought in, let's see, I've got red, real red, and I've got some basic white. And let's bring in the stamp set. Now, I want to use a punch. Let's see if my scallop, my double oval punch is going to work. Will that work up here? Yes, we're going to make this work. Okay, so I'm going to put these on dimensionals because my tree is popped up. So I'm going to keep it all in the same plane. So let's put this on my scallop oval on dimensionals. And we'll put that right here. Right up here at the top. Oh, I'm loving this card, you guys. All right, so from our stamp set, let's pull that in. I'm going to use the word joy. A very simple greeting, just joy on the front. So I'm going to stamp that with real red. And thank you guys. I'll go back and read your comments. I missed some of them because my camera is above me here, but this is such a fun card. Okay, so I'm going to stamp joy on my scrap paper, and then I'm going to bring in my double oval punch and pop out that word. And then to tie everything together, I'm going to sponge a little bit of that Pear Pizzazz on the outside, you know, just to make all of my white pieces match, right? Okay, so then this is going to go on top of my scallop, real red oval, like that. There we go. Oh my gosh. I am in love with this card. So there's the front. It opens like this, and there is my gift bag. And you could totally add more trees in here, more DSP. You could stamp the copy paper before you put it in. It'd be hard to do now because it's a little bit three-dimensional. But then you can pop also. I have a Banana Republic gift card here that I haven't used. I'm going to pop that into my gift card holder. You could also put a couple of Ghirardelli chocolates would fit in there for sure. Or those little flat chocolates you can get from not Michael's, Costco would fit. And there we have it, you guys. Now, if you don't have magnets, don't worry. You can still make this card and not even have it secure. It would be just fine to just have it like this. You can also make a belly band that would go behind this piece, right? And they could slide it off. So lots and lots of ways. I just wanted to bring in these little magnets because I've had them here and I'm like, I haven't used magnets for a while. So there we have it. I'm just going to flip you around here. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for all your wonderful comments. I had so much fun making this card. I can think of some other products and different product suites that I want to pull in and make some of these pop-up gift bags, right? Who wouldn't love to get a card like this and be like completely surprised by the gift bag inside? So thank you for bearing with me today. I hope you enjoyed my card. I will go and take pictures of this one right now. Pop over onto my blog. My blog is just rosecoleman.com, and I would love to have you visit me and leave me a comment. So have a great Friday, everybody. Have a great weekend. I hope you enjoy stamping and getting ready for Christmas and all the fun stuff you have planned. And I hope I've inspired you to pull out your stamps, ink, and paper and to make a card and to share a card. And I'd love to know what you're doing. So send me a message. I love hearing from you guys when you send me messages that you're stamping, and you know, I'd love to know that you guys are inspired by my videos. And yeah, I just want to connect with you. So take care, everybody. Have a great weekend. I'll see you on Monday morning. Bye-bye.